Hey folks, welcome back. Today we've got another pair of Gucci's. A lovely set of high tops here. Quite scuffed up at the front, as you can see. Quite dirty around here. A little bit of wear to the heel, not too bad. Let's get cracking on with these. Usual, take out the laces. Next, take out the insoles. Just give it a little brush out, get the debris away. Got to empty them into the bin over here. As usual, we're going to use the Worth interior cleaner. Give it a good old scrub out with a toothbrush. And the scrubbing brush. Remember just to do this lightly as well. And wipe out. And of course the same treatment for the insoles. Just starting off from the sole here. As you can see, it's quite full of little bits of stones and stuff. So I'm just going to use a little not so special tool. It's just a bent over paper clip. And we're just going to pick them out of here. Going to use a dry brush. Now a quick clean. Still not completely happy with the edges here. They're still quite dirty and scuffed. So I've got a little solution for that. Very carefully, just use some acetone. Be very careful with this stuff because it can take the pigment out of leather and also dissolve glue. Let's just put a little bit on. Start to give it a light rub. Don't want to be too heavy with this, as it will start to strip the top layer of the rubber sole. Just going to use some cotton buds, also known as Q-tips. Just going to use that to go around the areas to pick them off, so you just don't hit the leather. I was just going to give these a going over with the horsehair brush, but they're quite soiled in places. So again, just going to use the interior cleaner. Also, this will just rinse off where I've used the acetone. I just prefer to do that. Just going to go over the corners with the brush. Most of this material here. I do want to put some shape back in this as well, because when I got it, it was quite folded over. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use a set of shoe trees, stick them in here, and I'm also wanting to nourish this leather as well, so we're going to use some Saphir Renovateur. So just dab this and rub it in. And leave that to dry. And of course we can't forget the insoles. Give them a little bit of moisturiser as well. Now that's left to dry in for a little bit. Just going to use a horsehair brush. Give it a little buff. See how nice it's come up just with a quick buff with this. That's a marked improvement already. What we're going to do is just to make it a bit nicer as well, is we're just going to finish it off with some Saphir Medalla d'Or. This is a lovely cream polish that adds just a bit of pigment, also nourishes and moisturises as well, so it's a good overall product to use. They also do the Beauty to Cure range, which is similar, except it's got a bit less pigment, and this uses some more higher end sort of things in it as well. You can see here it's got a bit of a scuff, but I actually quite like a little bit of character in my shoes. Again, as I've mentioned before in other videos, you can fill those in with some filler or anything like that. Just your personal preference. once I've given it a coat, I just like to leave it for a while. I actually just usually leave these overnight, just to let everything soak in. Also added some tissue to the inside here, which I'm just going to use to shape these a little more. So what I'll do is I'll just get these right into the shape that I want them, and I'll leave them overnight. It's now the next again day, and I'm going to clean this off, see how it turns out. Definitely loving the results of this. Looks very nice. Oh, size 6. I think these might be added to the personal collection.